Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. 안녕하세요. My name is Guangqi Rao, the Chief Strategy Officer of Montnets Group from Shenzhen, China. Today, I'm very honored and thrilled to be here to attend the 2019 Gggf conference in Korea. Thank you, Edu News, for the invitation. Today's topic is 5G and AI empowers cloud communication. I spent the last 20 years in telecom industry. Now is a great time to witness the world has marched into Industry 4.0, and 5G and AI are clearly the main driver for Industry 4.0. If you look at the Industry 4.0 as a human body, your AI is definitely your brain. It helps to receive the information, process the data, give out commands, and coordinate the movement of your body. And 5G is like a blood vessel. It spreads over your body, and it carries the blood to your brain, and it connects every part of your body. And big data, in the other hand, is the blood. The blood can circulate, can flow, can bring the oxygen to the brain, and also is your data. Your data is a liquid. It circulates through all the vertical industries and bring the valuable information to the AI for analytics. It's a prerequisite for AI algorithm to establish. But before we dig into the details about cloud communication, I would like to make some introduction of the Montnets Group, who we are, what we do, and what business we are dealing with. Montnets was founded in 2001, 18 years ago, in the South Tropical city of Shenzhen. And it's also a public traded company in Shenzhen stock market exchange. And right now it's 1,500 employees and among them 400 R&D. And last year in 2018, we sent out about 80 billion SMS messages in China. This year, the number is probably going to reach 100 billion. Let me explain a little bit about the enterprise message market. Enterprise has 4 categories. The one is called a transactional message. Transactional message means when you place an order, when you make a payment, and when your goods get delivered, you receive transactional message from the merchants. And the second one is called the OTP, or one-time password. It happens when you enroll on a website, when you register on mobile apps, or when you transfer money from a bank account. You receive this one-time password, which only lasts for a few minutes. It's used to validate your identity, validate the phone belongs to you, and validate who you are. It's a security measure. And the third one is called the marketing and promotional message. It's widely being used by the merchants. Believe it or not, SMS is still the widely used channel for a marketing campaign. It means that when the merchants want to send the coupons, when to send the discounts, when to send the ads to you, they use an SMS. It's low cost, very efficient, high conversion rate. And the last one is called the notifications. Like if you make an appointment, your appointment is very close, they send notification to you, and if the meeting is very close, they send notification to you. So Montnets is #1 SMS service provider and also the one of the largest cloud communication enterprise and messaging in China. And our sales network covered 5 regions of the country. They are North China, Northeast China, and Yangtze River represent the East China, and Pearl River Delta region represent the South China, where headquarters is, and Southwest China. Because we are service provider, we have very strong relationship with our upstream vendors, like the China Mobile, China Telecom, and China Unicom. Our customers had 3 major categories. They are mobile internet, like the BAT, Baidu, Tencent, and Alibaba. They are all customers. And the financial sectors, like the banks, the insurance company, the securities, and also the public sectors or e-commerce companies. Our customers are all large and medium enterprises in China. This is our product portfolio. Our message cloud, video cloud, and IoT cloud are all built on top of Montnets CPaaS platform. I'm not going to get too much detail on it because of the time, so I'm going to skip that. I'm going to give you a little introduction on the cloud communication evolution history. During the last 30 years, the world has evolved from 2G to 5G. A 2G network is very slow. As you know, you don't have high-speed internet. You use a modem at that time. I remember the speed is only 56 kilobits per second when I was in the US. It's so slow. It's all circuit switch. And and the only thing you're available is SMS and voice, nothing else. So the telecom carriers want to build a network infrastructure. So at that time, they call the network is king. It's everything. And when it marched from 2G to 3G, well, there's certainly something in between. It's called the 2.5G, which is GPRS and Edge. The network got a little bit faster, and data emerged. And now you got the high-speed internet, but you don't have the content. Just like, for example, you're buying a TV, but there's no channel and program. What are you going to watch? So this is a PC internet age. People want to build content for it. And in 2008, there's a remarkable product emerged. It's called iPhone. iPhone has led the PC internet into mobile internet. People need high speed. People also need apps, applications. You need to download apps from the App Store. So app is king. And also the cloud communication emerged at that time by a company called Twilio. We're going to talk about. And right now it's 5G era. 5G features high-speed, low-latency network. And rich media is populated, IoT, and, well, everything is a service. Like the platform is a service, software is a service, blockchain is a service, AI is also a service. AI is an enabler. So everything is service. So service is king in 5G. And just a few days ago, I believe SK Telecom just announced that they have reached like 1 million 5G users on network. It's really amazing, very impressive. That means the 5G rollout in Korea is very fast. And maybe after another 10 years, the world is going to 6G. 6G will probably use quantum computing instead of cloud computing. And with new technology comes in like intent-driven network, that means the network can learn by itself, can evolve by itself. It's not fixed, it's dynamic. And applications like VR and hologram are populated, and you got to use the bandwidth, got to use the network efficiently and support more apps. To sum up, 5G will revolutionize the whole telecom industry. Business messaging has become crucial needs for enterprise. People intend to use richer and interactive methods to communicate rather than a 70-character plain text. Okay, remember the CT world. CT world is old-fashioned. Well, when you think about the CT world, telecom world, something pop up in your mind. It's just a large legacy system full of cabling. I remember walking the lab, it's all the cabling, and it's closed network, proprietary TCP IP protocol, very complicated setup, and infrastructure intensive. And an internet world or IT world is, on the contrary, it's very light, it's open source, open API, easy scale, rapid development, and it's software based on the cloud. And there's a company called Twilio, which was founded in 2008, that combines two concepts together, and they introduced cloud communication. And Twilio was one of the pioneers in cloud communication. It hides the complexity of telecom and provide an open API for software developers. So it tremendously lowered the cost of development and increase the speed of deployment, and also offers supreme customer satisfaction. So cloud communication is the intersection, is a cross point between the IT and CT, it's ICT. So people need more software engineer rather than a telecom engineer in the future. I use a three-stage rocket model to describe the relationship between these three technologies. 5G is a primary booster. It's the base. is the foundation of the rocket. It takes you off the ground. And cloud computing is the secondary booster. Everything has to be built on the cloud computing. Thanks to Amazon 20 years ago to invent that, the thing, cloud. And cloud communication is a payload. It's the application which runs on cloud computing. And the business model has been changed as well. Before 2008, the business model for the cloud communication is called a resource wholesale. It's very simple. Resource wholesale means that you buy it from your mobile carrier at a much lower price, and you sell it at a very high price to your end customers. You make a profit by the price differences. So the more customer you have, the well relationship with your mobile carrier upstream vendors, the cheaper price you get. And the cheaper price will urge you to attract more customers. So, and vice versa. And in 2008, the model has changed. It's API economy, because now people don't want to spend a lot of money to buying infrastructure, to buying the resources. They want to rent it. This is a feature offered by cloud computing. Remember Amazon AWS? Well, you can buy your computing power, you can buy your S3 storage, you can buy your network bandwidth individually from Amazon. Cloud computing is doing the same. Cloud communication, well, you can just pay what you consumed or pay as you go, right? What you've been used on the network. It's called API economy. And after 2020, it will be AI plus rich media, which I'm going to talk about later. And 5G give birth to rich content delivery. Remember in the old world, when you look at your phone screen, it's just plain text, 70-character plain text. People will get boring to reading that on the screen. But in the 5G, because it offers high capacity, low latency, and fast delivery, people can view much richer contents on your cell phone. That means your pictures and images, the videos, audios can show up on one screen. And these are 3 examples of the rich medias. The first thing you will notice is that you have a logo on top of the message. It's called brands. So on the left is Uber, in the middle is Target, and on the right side is an insurance company. This is called brand awareness. You attract the eyeball of the user. The second difference, you get rich content, which I mentioned before. You get pictures and nice videos and things like that. And the third one is you get an app to embed it into your message. For example, the first screen shows that you have a map built into your message. And also you can have Uber to build into your message as well. So that means you don't need to click on the link and then jump to somewhere and then launch another application to fulfill your needs. Everything can be done by the message body. This is really convenient and come handy. And the last one is that you can offer interaction in the message. The picture on the right shows the buttons and the menus down below that you can click on the buttons and bring you to the HTML5 page. And then you can do whatever you want. Increase interaction between your merchants and the individual users. And you can also offer like coupons and discounts on your screen. Then you go to merchants and scan the barcode so you can get discount instantly. So this is what the future message will look like. Rich communications also have 4 different types. We're talking about, first one is mobile phone OS, the OS native multimedia message. The second one is called the GSMA RCS, rich communication suite. And third one is called the social apps, like WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. And the last one is Fuxing. Fuxing is totally developed by Montnets. Fu means rich, and Xing means message in Chinese. So Fuxing means a rich message. It's very diversified content. It's ubiquitous connection, have very strong connectivity, and offer you personal experience. Let's talk about it one by one. So the first one is called OS native multimedia communication. The reason why it's called OS native is because it built right into your operating system. It does not need to install a third-party application. Everything is in OS. There are two major operating systems in the world. One is the iOS. The other one is Android. iOS offers a multimedia solution. It's called iMessage. You guys must be very familiar with that. I receive iMessage every day. And iMessage is very futuristic and offers videos and audios, etc. And on top of it, Apple developed another tool. It's called a business chat, which offers your brands can talk to your end users for a customer service. So this is not relying on any mobile network. It's relying on Apple's private network. About Android system, Android offers the same thing. It offers something called the RCS chat. It used to call the Android message, but now upgrade to RCS chat. So RCS chat can be launched on your phones, your tablets, on your laptop, anywhere, and offers the same multimedia experience. And it's not relying on your mobile carrier as well. It's relying on the Android system. So it's like an OTT application. So Android tries to compete with iOS, with the RCS chat. But unfortunately, these two mechanisms is not available in China because China has a great wall that blocks the Google services, and Apple does not offer business chat in China area. So period. GSMA RCS. RCS stands for Rich Communication Suite. That is standard developed solely by GSMA Future Network. It offers the rich media experience on the phones. In the middle, there's a picture showing how many operators has launched RCS in the world. There are probably about 55 to 60 carriers has been launched or is going to launch RCS network. And on the right-hand side is an example of China Mobile's RCS message. I believe this year in June, in Shanghai has a GSMA conference. Korean Telecom or SK Telecom also went there to present their RCS progress in front of the GSMA officials. But it also has its own limitation. Some limitation on RCS because you need to install SDK on OS. So this lack of terminal support. The mobile phone manufacturer would not like to install something on their OS, and they don't have time to develop the SDK. So a lack of support for the cell phone vendors. The second thing is the operator interoperability. GSMA has a standard called the UP, or UP, Universal Profile. It has to be supported by all the operators in the world. But for some reason, the operators cannot work together, and this is not well supported. And third one is the business models not clear. So this whole thing is going very slow in the world. It's a good idea, but it's just too slow. And the third one is very popular, social apps. We have WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. I believe WhatsApp have 1.8 billion MAU, Facebook Messenger is 1.5 billion, WeChat 1.2 billion, and also we have Cake, Telegram, Line, which dominate about 5 billion people in the world, very large. WhatsApp has something called the WhatsApp for Business. It's no longer 2C, it's also targeted 2B because it got pressure from the Facebook. They need to earn money, so they provide this. There's another app, it's called WhatsApp for Business. It offers the business another way to communicate, to do a customer engagement with the same app. It's growing very fast, WhatsApp for Business, and WhatsApp charge for every template usage for if you're using WhatsApp for business. And Facebook Messenger followed the suit, and it offers Facebook Messenger on Facebook Business on Messenger. And also provide the small enterprises with a tool to present your homepage, you can communicate with a customer easily on on these apps. And unfortunately, too, these two social apps are not available in China. In China, only WeChat, but WeChat refused to open up its interfaces to business. So in the end, Montnets has come up with its own solution called the Fuxing solution to solve all the issues to deliver the multimedia message. There are two channels, iOS and Android. iOS, well, it's blocked. It's walled garden. You cannot do anything about it. So you totally rely on the carriers. But in Android, we can do a lot of things on that. We put a lot of efforts then working closely with the mobile phone manufacturers like Huawei, Oppo, Vivo, Xiaomi, and ZTE. They're all using Android, but we just unite them together. We create a path for them, and it's called the Fuxing platform. Fuxing platform interconnects all the mobile phone manufacturers, provide another alternative to deliver the message to your cell phone, deliver a multimedia message. At the end of the slide, I'm going to show you a video that demonstrates how does it work and what the message will look like on a Fuxing. The last part is AI-driven cloud communication. I want to show you some examples how AI can be combined with cloud communication and offer a unique solution for certain scenarios. The first one is smart speaker. Everyone is familiar with Echo. Echo is not just an entertainment unit. It's also a communication set. Echo has this Alexa skills that can do communication as well. Now you can call an Echo, call or video call your friend through an Echo. So this is how it works. So when you say call somebody or video call somebody, this AI technology comes in. It's called the ASR, Automatic Speech Recognition. So whether you are speaking in French, in Russian, in Germany, German or Chinese or Korean, it will send a command to your AI engine. So AI engine uses another technology called text-to-speech or speech-to-text, also the NLP, natural language processing. It can help you to understand the semantics, understand the context, and understand the real meaning of what you are talking about, and interpret it. And then it forward the command to a function on the cloud called Cloud Function, which was provided by a cloud communication vendors like us. We're going to process all the requests and then make a call for the customer. Make the call. So everything was done on the cloud. This is how the whole process was set up using the AI and cloud communication. A second use case is a car insurance company. When you have an accident on the road, well, previously you need to call call the insurance company. Then the agent will come down on the road and put your driver license, your plate number, and taking photos, your damage, and make an evaluation. Usually take hours to do that. Well, right now, thanks to AI and cloud communication, you don't need to do this all stuff. You just still make a call to the contact center of the insurance company, and the agent pick up the call and then ask you to follow instruction on the agent. They ask you to scan your driver license and scan your car plate or a policy number, and taking a picture of the location and of the car, and then you determine the result and do evaluation right away. This will be done in just a few minutes. And this is actually offered by WeChat and Zhifubao in China. It's already offer the kind of services. It will tremendously save the manpower, save your time to handle this kind of a situation. And remember, AI is very rich in content, and China is very strict regulations on what message can be delivered. In the previous world, when we have a text message, it's easy. You use the keyword filtering, you use a blacklist or whitelist of your message, source and destination or phone number. that's fine. But in a rich message world, this is not going to work. Because it takes tremendous time and manpower and efforts to examine all the messages. But AI can come to help. Well, AI can help to scrutinize each text message, help you to listen to every conversation, and help you to watch each video clips, and help you identify the messages, and help you to comply with the regulatory requirements. And by leveraging the power of AI, we can also establish an intelligent operating system for message delivery. So from the starting point on the top, it's when you send a message, you get a semantic analysis of the message. And when you send a message, you probably know who's going to receive it, the recipient's information. For example, the age, the gender, the location, the user preferences, the interest, everything will be tagged. You have been tagged. Probably you don't know. So they know everything about it. And they know you're probably going to buy something. This is really widely used in China. Some of the apps will like to use it, like the ByteDance. If you don't know ByteDance, you probably know TikTok. TikTok is a short video apps that developed this China company of ByteDance. Use this technique to provide services. And when you send the message down to the pipeline, the message path also AI can help. It provides intelligent scheduling and intelligent routing. A message can choose a path based on your network condition, like flow control, QoS control, and the network conditions. And when you reach the terminal need to present it correctly. And most terminals now have an AI chip built inside, like the Huawei phones and some of the Samsung phones as well. And it needs to do the local resolution. It needs to interpret it nicely and correctly. And you just need to show up on the screen correctly. And it is not the end. In the end, it will send all the information back to the cloud. You collect your information, collect the arrival date, conversion rate, and effect, and send to cloud for analysis for better serve you. So this is complete the whole process of the messaging delivery. And there is a video I want to show you about how this no sound, what the future message look like in the future provided by Montnets. Excuse me, there's no sound. There you go. Thank you very much.